Hello, everyone. Welcome to Aptera Owners Club. There is one more solar EV that I found out about, and it's the Fisker Ocean. Let's look at it. So this is the Fisker Ocean. This is their promo video from their Fisker Incorporated YouTube page. And it is a good-looking car, in my opinion. It's a kind of a mid-sized to smaller crossover SUV. There's the solar roof and the interior. What's interesting about the Fisker Ocean is that it's made by Henrik Fischer, who's a Danish American designer, and it's an auto company that is headed by an auto designer rather than an engineer. So you can see that they really have an emphasis on design, and I think that it looks good. This is his personal webpage, Henrik Fisker, and you can see that he's designed a lot of cars over the years. He designed the Aston Martin DB9, the Aston Martin V8, and a bunch of other cars. The car that you may know him for is called the Fisker Karma. This came out as a series hybrid a while ago, and then it was sold off to a Chinese company, and they're still making this car. As of 2021, it's being hand built in Moreno Valley, California. It's a beautiful car, in my opinion. It's a four-door sports sedan. And I guess what the downside of having a designer lead the company rather than an engineer is that the design is great and the engineering is less great. When this first came out, they said that it was a very heavy car that's, 5,500 pounds. And although it had a fairly powerful engine, it wasn't much quicker than a V6 Camry, according to Car and Driver. And now it's been updated, and again, great looking car in my opinion. And now it's a much better car, they said, after the Chinese company has refined it over 10 years. And it has respectable performance specs, not great fuel economy. Henrik Fisker made about 2,000 of these, and the way he did it is he got this company called Valmet Automotive, which is a Finnish contract auto manufacturing company, to manufacture the car for them. They were supposed to reach profitability after 15,000 cars, but they only made 2,000, and they raised almost $3 billion from private investors and from government loans before they went bankrupt. There's a lot of reasons they went bankrupt. One of the reasons was the car wasn't great, and they didn't sell very many of them, although they did deliver close to 2,000 of them. But their main battery manufacturer, which was A123 Systems, went bankrupt, and then they didn't have a secondary supplier. So now he's back. The first company was called Fisker Automotive. This one's called Fisker Incorporated. And for a design company, I would say that their website isn't really beautiful. But anyway, here's the solar sky, and it gives about 2,000 miles under ideal conditions, which is like 8 miles per day, maybe. That is probably similar to the roof on the Toyota electric car. So I would say that it's nominally a solar electric vehicle. 8 miles. I'm not sure that you could call it a solar electric vehicle for that. They're having the same plan. And this time, they're not going to manufacture it themselves. They are going to have it manufactured by Magna, which is a manufacturer based out of Austria. So I think they will manufacture this car as long as they get enough investment to start production. And it's an interesting vehicle. Their pricing is $37,500 for the lowest trim, then $50,000, and then $70,000 for the higher trims. And here's the specs. Here's the lowest trim, middle trim. So this is $37,500, this is $50,000, this is $70,000. And you can see that this is the lowest one is front wheel drive, the rest are all wheel drive. Interestingly, the lowest range is using lithium iron phosphate, something that I'm still hoping that Aptera does, but it may not be in the cards for them. You know, the BYD Blade battery is a lithium iron phosphate battery, and maybe they could work out some kind of supplier contract with BYD on that. The rest of it is the nickel manganese cobalt NMC. This is the battery chemistry that the Aptera is using. Range is 250, 340, and 350 plus, and then 0 to 60 times are similar to the Aptera. And then peak horsepower is similar. Torque vectoring, Aptera will have this. Solar sky roof, you need to pay for the 70,000 one to get the solar sky roof, which gives you an additional 8 miles roughly per day. And this California mode is basically, it rolls all the windows down. Everything comes down, and the solar roof, the sunroof rolls back, and the rear wheels roll down. It basically sort of makes it like a convertible. Okay, so that is the Fisker Ocean. Let me know if you think that you would cross-shop that with the Aptera, or if you consider this to be a solar electric vehicle at all, or is it kind of like the Toyota? It's kind of a solar electric vehicle in name only. It's interesting. I'm definitely going to check it out if they do manufacture this thing. I will probably not be interested in cross-shopping with the Aptera. The Aptera, mainly I want that for what it is, a hyper-efficient 1 or 2 person vehicle. That's the car I'm looking for. I have other cars for doing things for carrying more cargo or carrying more people. So this is not super interesting to me, but I think it is a good looking car, and you would just test drive it out of curiosity. All right, thanks for watching, guys.